NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Texans and the Green Bay Packers. It's the marquee game of opening weekend, and off we go on a Sunday night on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. A little juke, and he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. A first carry here for Ty Montgomery. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be second. Looking to throw on second down. Richmond, he'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Leopard! Leopard! No, check! Patriot!
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
To throw on second down. Richmond, and his throw is incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Operating from the gun, Richmond. And Gronkowski's got it complete over the middle. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 43.
Here we go.
From the gun, Richmond. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Montgomery. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be second down.
Blitz! Oh, yeah!
Operating from the gun, Richmond. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again.
Detroit! Detroit!
On first down, Richmond. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
Detroit! Detroit!
From the gun, Richmond finds his target, Montgomery, and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Ty Montgomery from 21 yards away. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 24. They begin with a run by Miller. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. Open man is Uzomah. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
We got 4. Let's go, fellas. We got 4 down. Let's go.
On 2nd down, here's Miller. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
On 1st and 10, Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jake Ryan, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Off play action. Richmond. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
So what's the word I'm looking for here about how this drive just started?
Disjointed?
I'll go with that one. I mean, think about it. First down, took a bad loss on a running play. Take the sack on 2nd down. Now they got to come up with something big here on 3rd.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Over! Watch it now, Barney!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. 2nd quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football, but likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. Here's J.K. Scott set to do the punting honors. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. Kevin King coming up from the secondary to make the play.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Watson going to give this one to Miller. P.J. Hall there to make the tackle.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. A shotgun snap for Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. A good pickup there, a 22. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A first down carry now for Miller. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Come back, come back.
To throw on 2nd is Watson. Man open, that's Kiki QT complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one goes for 24 yards. 2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Here's a give to Miller. And an alley to run. Say goodbye to Braxton Miller. Touchdown, Houston. Braxton Miller, 41 yards. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. Don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are. Figure out the things that they really want to accomplish and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Richmond. Throw left side, taken in by Meredith. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 39 that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
First down, here's the run to Montgomery. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
To throw on 2nd down, Richmond. And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Looking to throw. Richmond, and incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again. Richmond. Floating one, incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. On 3rd down, Richmond. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down. Two minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And that is going to be incomplete. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here. 4th down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From his goal line here, Watson. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down.
Richmond. Tiger. Richmond.
Out of the gun, Watson. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. Looking to throw on second down. Richmond goes right side, complete to Brown. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. This quarterback now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney!
Operating from the gun, Richmond. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Cameron Meredith, the intended target. That'll bring up second down. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. A final shot before break. Richmond, the left side throw complete to Adams. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. So we've reached halftime here in our initial Sunday night telecast of the new season. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, fielded about a yard deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Second half begins with a run from Miller. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
They'll run it again with Miller. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Now a first down throw. Watson. Throw left side, complete to QT. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. On first down, it's Watson. Over the middle, that's caught by QT. Touchdown, Houston. Kiki QT, 45 yards. And the Texans are in for 6.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Richmond. Forced out to his left. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, Richmond. That's complete to Meredith. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. On 1st and 10, Richmond. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Miller. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Watson hands this to Foreman. He will push his way down to about the 14. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll go with Foreman, and he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. A great effort there. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and it's now 21-7. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's caught by Meredith right side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 30 yards there.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Looking for the end zone. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Back to the air on 2nd down. Richmond. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. Back to throw again. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big gain.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Detroit! Detroit!
Operating from the gun, Richmond. Flushed out right. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And the Texans scoop it. And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 40. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. So the turnover forced and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
Now a handoff to Miller. And he's going to bring this one down to right about the 20-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Richmond. Down. Blue 80. Come back.
On second down, here's Watson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. The Texans on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Target. Richmond.
Now Watson. Got an open man. It's QT. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. They have certainly looked his way in this third quarter. Another catch, and it's good for a first down. Watson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Target.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the 4th. Watson looking to throw on second down. Dumps it complete to Miller. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a gain of 5 on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
And Lambeau will put this one through, and that'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
The Packers offense now. They get ready to head back onto the field. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time. Fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off around the 37. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Watson. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Watson now to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Rhodes. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Throwing on third down, Watson. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Malik McDowell with a big-time sack on third down. And it'll be a loss of 7. Here's Ryan Quigley now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now the Packers get set to go. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Detroit!
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that's complete to Adams. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It's the Wisconsin native and former Badger, J.J. Watt, able to run him down for a loss of a yard. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. On second down, Montgomery. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the fourth quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't they?
Throwing on third and long. Richmond looking deep for Adams. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Here's Foreman. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. The first-round pick, Jair Alexander, making the tackle. Again, it's Foreman. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Now Foreman, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And on that last drive, Went for it on fourth, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. The Packers on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Over! Detroit!
From the gun, Richmond finds his target, Montgomery. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up to about the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
To throw on 3rd down, Richmond. Over the middle, that's caught by Meredith. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 15 and a first.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Richmond. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Throwing on 1st down. Richmond. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Montgomery. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again, Richmond. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Covers that time by Aaron Colvin. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Richmond. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. And, partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week one. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for the Texans, it'll be a happy trip home as they start the season with a road victory here on a Monday night. And they'll return home next week to take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Indianapolis Colts. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.